Hello, today we're going to be breaking down the song Release Me from the album The Ballad of Lucy Stone. So what we're going to do too, we're in the studio here, we're going to start just breaking down the kind of instrumental part of it, the arrangement of the song. There's a lot of things that go into these songs that aren't kind of in the forefront. So we're just going to kind of listen to the song, pause it in a few spots, and kind of isolate some different sections so you can kind of see what's going on. So we'll just start right from the beginning. So with this song, first off, the influence is kind of very 1950s ballad, Everly Brothers kind of sounding, kind of combined with the 60s Otis Redding soul kind of sound. That's where the horns kind of come in later. So that was kind of the inspiration or the influence at the beginning. So what I think we'll start with, to start with, is probably we'll use go through the guitars. So pause it here for a second. So basically what we did, there's 3 guitar parts here. There's 2 acoustic guitars, there's 1 electric. Now the 2 acoustic guitars, one is in standard tuning, open, and the second one is capoed farther up the neck. And we use these almost to get kind of a 12-string sound to really fill out the background. But when we use them this way, we get a little more resonance from it, a little more sustain comes out of the guitar. So so maybe if we can just start by using just the first acoustic guitar, just to hear it on its own. So this was, I believe, the higher one. As we're going, and there we go. And then if we add the second acoustic in. So this is, again, a part of the song. You don't really hear this, you know, in the entirety of the song, but it's one of those things you'd notice if it wasn't there as we go. Now the third guitar is the electric guitar, and this is playing on 2 and 4. So if we add that in, and what it's doing, it's emphasizing on the same way where the snare drum would be with the guitar. So can we bring in the drums as well? So this, you can hear it's lining up on 2 and 4 with the snare drum, right? Which is very much a Motown thing, very much a Stax record kind of thing. And what we're doing is we're emphasizing that strong beat, which is 2 and 4 in this song. So together it's a very full sound. Now, what happens with this as well too, it's still very simple, so it stays out of the way of the vocals and it stays out of the way of the piano, right? So if we add the piano in now, we'll see how the piano still gives it room to these great little riffs that Jesse put in here, which again, very soulful riffs. And we're also staying out of the frequency, so the guitars are in a higher register. So if you think of a piano, the piano's playing in the middle and the guitars are kind of higher up in it. So when you stay away from the frequency, it opens it up and makes it less muddy than if we were all in together. So this is how it all comes together. You can add these mini instruments kind of being put together like that. So that's basically kind of the rhythm section as it's going through. So yeah, so maybe we'll pause that now and let's just kind of listen to maybe just the vocals. So with this, again, having great backing vocals helps a lot. I also find for myself, the lead vocal, I do find that it's a different way of singing because you have to blend with the other voices as well. So you're kind of doing a bit of a self-mixing. So it's a slightly different approach. It doesn't sound completely different, but it is something that you want to use your ear to get the best blend as if it's just one sound. So maybe if we listen to just one round of it.
Please release me. I'm so tired of the games
backing vocals
we play.
Yeah, so that's kind of just getting that kind of blend. So you'll notice the difference between when I'm singing in the other parts, maybe a little more raspy. I can, and a little more loose just because, it's just me singing, right? Kind of as we're going through. So the one other thing, rhythm section wise too, is to listen to the bass line. Now, the fact that we're playing so uniform and time-wise with the guitars that are going here. It allows, this is one song, and again, what a good bass player like Mike has done is he's been able to be a little more melodic with his line that really moves the song along. So if we can hear it with just bass, guitar, and the drums. So you can see how it's, again, not getting in the way of the bass and is allowing it to have its own kind of melody line. Now sometimes the bass needs to be very simple to stay out of the way, but in this case we've simplified kind of the rhythm section to allow the bass to kind of have this nice kind of flow, right? So, okay, and then I think just the last thing we should address some of the horns that kind of come in here as well. So, and really just in this case, it was a lot of call and response between the vocals and the horns. So they wouldn't get in the way. So a lot of the times that you start building your song out and it gets more and more instruments, what you want to do is you actually want everybody to play a little bit less. So nobody gets in each other's way and in terms of frequency or in terms of lines and things like that, so it can combine kind of all together. So.
And say the words I'm too terrified to speak.
So here.
I'm begging you, darling, now please release me.
So back and forth.
I'm so tired of the games we play.
Again, the horns are playing octaves, so the same note, just separated into octaves for a nice open sound.
We'll find happiness someday. I'm begging you, darling, now please.
Backing vocals go up here. But again, just back and forth. So they're complementary of each other. They don't get in the way. It doesn't get too busy as we're playing through. I think the only time they play together is, again, long notes in the background, which is okay because it simplifies the horns.
And we'll both find happiness someday.
Yeah, and that's about it. And again, that kind of last chord is in theory, is a minor fourth chord, which I always find is a bit of a melancholy chord. I use it that way. I think of it as kind of like a kind of a sadder chord that kind of leads into it. So that's a little bit of music theory, but that's kind of, again, what goes on in my head when I'm writing these things. Yeah, so that's basic, kind of a basic breakdown of Release Me. So yeah, hope you enjoy.